Well, hello, I'm David Freeman with Is That Really in the Bible? Is it true that when you die, you immediately go to heaven? Now, basically, if that comforts you, then let it comfort you. You know, the difference between what I believe and what most people believe is simply this. Most people believe, most religious people believe, that when you die, you immediately go to be with the Lord. I, on the other hand, believe that when you die, you're dead, and you're in the grave asleep, oblivious to the passage of time, until Christ returns and resurrects the dead. But the difference between the two is not that much. I mean, it's just a time element. You believe you immediately go to be with the Lord when you die. I believe there's a time period when, at the resurrection, where we're in the grave, and that we will all be resurrected together to be with the Lord. So there's not a whole lot of difference between the two. Now, I know a lot of people, this brings them comfort. I had this one woman said that if I thought my son was in the grave, I would go dig him up. You know, a lot of misconceptions about what the state of the dead is, and but the idea of immediately being with the Lord comforts a lot of people. But what does the Bible really say? I guess that's the real question. That's what's really important. What's not important is our opinions about the Bible, what we think, what we've been told by our preacher. What's really important is, what does the Bible really say? The concept of going to heaven immediately when you die does have its faults, by the way. I'm reminded of a woman who was married to a minister, and a good man, and he passed away, and later on in life she got remarried. But in her new relationship with her new husband, they had basically a dysfunctional sexual relationship, because when she would make love to her new husband, she would imagine that her former husband, the minister that was now in heaven, was looking down upon them, watching everything. So, you know, you got to realize, okay, our concepts, when we take our concepts and say, okay, everybody's up in heaven, they're watching everything that goes on, we have to realize that there are consequences there that in some cases can really wreck people's lives because of their belief system. So my question is, what's really in your Bible? Let's start by turning to John 3 and verse 13, and notice a statement from the words of Jesus, words in red here. Jesus said, "And no man has ascended up to heaven, but he that came down from heaven, even the Son of Man, which is in heaven." Now, this is a huge contrast between the popular belief that when you die, you immediately go to heaven. I mean, here we've got it right out of the mouth of Jesus. Jesus telling us no man has ascended to heaven. I mean, that should be red flashing lights and warning signs right there, like the warning sign that comes on your car when you're driving down the road, you know, check engine or whatever. When Jesus says, okay, no man has ascended to heaven, you know, would Jesus' words lead anyone to believe that you immediately go to heaven when you die? Well, no. I mean, he says here, and no man has ascended to heaven, but he that came down from heaven, even the Son of Man, which is in heaven.